Hello everyone, my name is Keith M. Sustento and I'm going to discuss to you my adapted abstract analysis entitled The Proficiency Level of the Reading Comprehension in the Academic Performance of the Grade 11 Students in the Sisters of Mary School, Girlstown, Inc., School Year 2018-2019. So now let us proceed to the contents of the abstract. This study was conducted to determine the proficiency level of the reading comprehension in the academic performance of the grade 11 students in the Sisters of Mary School Girlstown, Inc., school year 2018 to 2019. There are 220 respondents were randomly selected out of 489 through the use of stratified random sampling using the class section as the strata. For data collection, reading comprehension passages and academic performance surveys were used. To obtain the needed data, the respondent answers 19 reading comprehension tests. The study of the findings confirmed that there is no significant correlation between reading comprehension and academic performance. Keyword: proficiency level, reading comprehension, and academic performance. Let us proceed to the introduction. According to Cullinan in 2000, reading can be explained as cognitive activity in which readers takes part in a convention with the author through text. In reading, the readers can get the main idea of what author's message on the text. It is very important for us to learn the technique on how to read, most especially reading comprehension, in order to reach or to improve the level of proficiency, most especially to improve academic achievement in English. But nowadays, most of them will keep reading of different texts without an understanding of what is it all about. So next is our statement of the problem. This study aims to determine the relationship between the proficiency level in reading comprehension and the academic performance of the grade 11 students of the Sisters of Mary School Girlstown, Inc., 2018 to 2019. Specifically, this seeks to answer the following questions. Number 1. What is the proficiency level in reading comprehension as perceived by the respondents? Number 2. What is the level of academic performance in English respondents? Number 3. Is there a significant relationship between the proficiency level in reading comprehension and academic performance in English of the respondents? Number 4. Based on the findings, what recommendation can be made? So now let us proceed to the review of related literature. According to Ivan Bratton and Helge Stromsoe in 2007, they stated that reading is described as an interactive process where comprehension is a result of a joint effort from the text properly so that they can communicate with each other. And according to Chodkiewicz, 2011, Hadley 2003, and Wallace 2007, they emphasize that the importance of selecting materials has a purpose in both teaching and testing reading comprehension without a worry in the unfamiliar structures and vocabulary. The English teacher of grade 11 student is selecting proper reading materials for the grade 11 not to give the burden but to add up some unfamiliar words that will build up their mind and add up to the vocabulary. According to Van Brick and Espin, 2012, reading comprehension is composite interaction among self-operating and strategic mental apprehension process that enables the reader to make a mental description of the text. It implies self and forming a meta description, which is they are making their own strategy. So now, the methodology. Research design. This study is a quantitative design that aims to determine the relationship between reading comprehension, an independent variable, and academic performance, a dependent variable. To test the hypothesis and answer the question survey, questionnaires and other devices are measured through the use of this instrument. This study, the researcher uses a correlational method, was to determine the two variables. If there is a relationship, in order to investigate or to determine the relationship, the researcher gathered numerical data using the design. Hypothesis testing and analyzing is done using statistics. The result of this study is very helpful in creating an enhancement plan aiming to improve the reading comprehension of the students. So now the research locale. This study was conducted in the Sisters of Mary School Girlstown, Inc. at JP Rizal Street, Talisay City, Cebu. This institution is composed of 3 buildings with 7 stories that compose of 25 dormitories and classrooms. This institution is not only a school but also a home in which the students are coming from different places. This school was founded by Venerable Aloysius Philip Schwartz in 1985. The school offers a high quality of education, and this is free for all poor because this school is intended for those students who want to finish their studies but they can sustain their high school needs. In this research environment, it can help the researcher to conduct a survey and gather the necessary information for the study since it has been the home of the researcher as well. So now, let us proceed to the result. The Table 6 presents the level of academic performance of the 154 students who answered taken from randomly selected of 220 students from 489 students total population. Based on the findings, 25.97% of the respondents are outstanding in their academic performance. Nevertheless, majority of the 1.30% in the satisfactory, with an average grade of 85.89. On the other hand, no one failed in the class in their academic performance. These findings introduced indirectly to the mind that most of the students who are hardworking in their studies and they really comprehend the opportunities that was given to them, and the level of academic performance of the respondents is high. The Table 7 presents the significant rank of relationship between the level of reading comprehension and the academic performance of the grade 11 students. To use as a ground on the outcome presented on the Table 7, there is no significance between the reading comprehension and academic performance with a computed PPMC value which is that R equals 0.0525 points with completed T value of 0.65 and the critical value of 0.517147175. It revealed that there is no significant relationship between reading comprehension and academic performance of the respondents based on the findings presented. The level of reading comprehension does not show any significant impact to the academic performance of the grade 11 students respondents. This implies that reading comprehension does not affect with the academic performance of the students. It proposed that there are some factors that can affect most the academic performance of the students respondents. This was upheld by Agesha and Kershaw 2013, states that in terms of academic achievement depend upon the intelligence of study skills. So for the conclusion, to use as a ground in the findings of the study, the following conclusions are thereby stated. Number 1, the level of reading comprehension does not affect the academic performance of the respondents. And number 2, there are other factors that can be affected the most of the academic performance of the students respondents. So for the recommendation in this study, we found out the result. The researcher would like to recommend the following. For the students, the researcher would like to recommend the students to read more books or read a text to enhance or improve their reading comprehension. Reading with understanding is essential for gaining more knowledge and improving academic performance in English. And for the future researcher, the researchers should conduct and further investigate with regards to the findings of the research. So for my own abstract analysis, this study aimed to establish the level of proficiency in reading comprehension and its relationship with the academic performance of grade 11 students at Sisters of Mary School Girls Town Inc. for the school year of 2018 to 2019. The researchers selected 220 students from the total population of 489 students through random sampling. Reading comprehension passages and the academic performance questionnaires were administered to gather data. The study revealed that the respondents, grade 11 students, were generally proficient in reading comprehension based on the overall rated mean of 3.44. They were proficient in the use of strategies such as rereading to clarify difficult parts of the text, reading with a purpose, and varied strategies for varied texts. Nevertheless, some of them were moderately proficient in making questions to help them read and in translating words into their own language. Academically, the majority of the respondents is 73.73% performed satisfactorily with a mean score of 85.89. Furthermore, about 25.97% of them performed outstandingly. There were no failures among the students, which implied that they were generally hardworking and competent at maximizing the opportunities given to them. Significantly, the study established that the proficiency level of students in reading comprehension has no significant relationship with their academic performance. The PPMC value of R equals 0.0525 was not significant compared to the T value of 0.65, which is less than the critical value of 0.517147175 point. Hence, it could be inferred that reading comprehension did not affect the academic performance of the students. The researchers concluded that academic performance was not affected by reading comprehension. It was proposed that there might be other variables that could even play significant roles in identifying a student's academic performance, such as intelligence and study habits. As earlier studies implied, this implied that enhancing students' comprehension skills might not necessarily improve their grades. The study was limited to investigating the relationship between reading comprehension and academic performance in English only. Reading comprehension perhaps might have different effects on other subjects not included in the study. Furthermore, the study was localized in one school, hence the researcher could not generalize the findings among all students. The researchers inferred that students should read more books and documents to improve their reading comprehension. Nevertheless, they suggested that future researchers should seek to build on or confirm the findings of the current study for a clearer understanding of the multiple factors that contribute to students' academic performance. In sum, the study presented noteworthy insights on the level of proficiency in reading comprehension and its relationship with the academic performance of grade 11 students. Reading comprehension indeed matters, but the study showed that it might not be the main or unique factor that affects students' academic performance. Perhaps cognitive, behavioral, and environmental variables should be considered by educators and researchers in a more integrated way to support and enhance students' achievement. That is all for our discussion. Thank you for listening to me.